Hey, young people! All right, I'm getting tired of hearing this freaking BS about how the media was wrong for releasing this video. So let's see who's here. Well, I go live. They got to send out some notifications. Welcome to Earning a Hate, the Armed Fisherman. The Armed Fisherman. Nettie, good morning. Jason, it must be early. It's Thursday. What time is it here in Texas? 7:45. So, Alexa, volume down. Let me share this screen here, because freaking they're pissing me off. On Jack Can from Cape Cod. What's happening, Jack? There's all my little viewers. Early, look at Amanda. Early. Get your butt up, all you sleepy heads. It's 7:45. I've been up since 5. The hell you guys doing sleeping? Did Tatum what? Did you Tatum last night? Complete shit show? No, I didn't see the show. I heard he labeled it I was wrong, and then he defended himself. But whatever. I mean, look, man, I don't want to get into a big thing with Tatum over this. We agree to disagree. I still think he's a good guy. I guess I lost a little bit because I thought he was better and a bigger person, but he kind of seems, I don't know. I think this could have been better for all of us. Good morning, gun people. Spain. Wow. What time is it in Spain? Somebody's just waking up. Get your butt up. Go grab you a nice freaking Bloody Mary and some breakfast tacos and shit. France. I got all my little people everywhere. Did you see Taylor's video? No, I didn't watch it. Everybody was telling me to watch it. Why are you live? Because I'm pissed off about freaking the news media. I'm listening to the news this morning, and these two damn people on my supposedly Texas conservative channel, these two freaking idiots who normally I kind of like, and they're like bashing this paper. Oh, it's not fair, and it's wrong for the kids and the poor children, and I can't. Is that music too? Let me get to. Is that music too loud in the background? Should I turn it on? I just wanted some background music. Somebody let me know if that music is distracting or is it okay. Let's see here. Germany, Nebraska. I love it, man. The freaking internet is so freaking cool. I've got like contact with all people all over the freaking world. Is this a great country or what? You know, of course, the freaking left would want this censored, and you can't say this and you can't say that, and you shouldn't be able to talk, whatever. Freaking piece of shit. Nobody's answering me about my, it's PM here. Officer Tatum is still riding is there bootstrings? Is he licking their bootstrings? Why didn't you mention a fatal funnel in the hallway in a 3-part series? Look, in that series I did on the tactics, sometimes you have to enter a fatal funnel. I mean, it's one thing to be aware of it, but you still have to enter it. Music is okay. Thank you. No music, please. Uh-oh. It's good. Wow. I'm getting conflicting things. No or yes for the music. Everybody just give me a no or yes so we can settle that. I can turn it down a little bit. Alexa, volume down. I think that's off. Alexa, volume up. They had Prime Day. No. Oh, I got quite a few no's. All right. No. Okay. Alexa, you were downvoted, baby. Stop.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Damn woman, she don't listen. You know, women just hear shit. Alexa, stop. Freaking crazy woman. All right. What music? I don't hear anything. All the people. Oh, now people are like, yes. Now I got some yeses. Too late. It's off. I'm done with the music. All right. I get a strike anyway, but whatever. So I didn't mention a fatal funnel. And for those that don't know what a fatal funnel is, it's basically a funnel that leads you into one area so you get shot. And you don't ever want to be in a fatal funnel. But in tactics, you have to go into fatal funnels. If you're moving if you're seeking and searching a target, if you're moving forward, you're going to go through some fatal funnels. Now, you try to minimize it by having cover fire. So if you do get hit, somebody can return fire. You're spacing. You use as much cover as you can. I mean, but you have to go. I mean, it was a hallway. You cannot get out of dealing with a fatal funnel in a school because they're hallways. They funnel you into a freaking hallway. So, I mean, me talking about they shouldn't have been there. Well, there's no other way to get there. So I didn't think that was a big issue. I mean, I may have been like sounding more tactically sound if I went, this is a fatal funnel. But I mean, most of my viewers kind of figured out tactically. I just didn't think the fatal funnel was a big deal. Everyone was worried about the guy getting hand sanitizer. It looked bad, but I didn't think that was the focus on what was bad there. Getting the hand sanitizer showed the lackadaisical attitude, the I don't care, the freaking, this ain't a big deal. I'm not scared. Let me get some hand. It showed the normalcy of being cowards and the lack of sense of urgency. So I think that's why most people were offended by it. But that's all I heard about this video. One cop got hand sanitizer. That's bullshit. That was the least of the problems. You had all these long guns and cowards and nobody in charge and nobody taking initiative and there were so many things wrong and government failure on multiple levels, and kids died, and people want to talk about hand sanitizer and the mean AR. So that's why I didn't go over the hand sanitizer a lot. The fatal funnel was not that bad. It was rather wide. Yeah, I mean, I agree. It was wide, but had he walked out there, he could have sprayed and prayed that hallway. But there's no other way to get there. I mean, look, if you want to freaking be safety Sallies and don't take any freaking risks, don't be a freaking cop. Don't carry a gun. Don't go into dangerous situations. It's your choice. But if you take the money, you take the badge, and you want to run around and beat the shit out of people because they videotape you or because they're speeding, and you want to have all this power and authority, and then when it comes time to do real cop shit, you're a freaking pussy? Well, then don't be a cop. I mean, it's not that freaking hard. But these damn media people are freaking attacking this American Statements because they're the one that released it, the American Statesman paper in Texas. And I back and support them 1,000%. Okay. Now everybody's like they did it for money. They did it early. It's bullshit. They didn't care about the family. You know who didn't care about the fucking, oh shit, I didn't want to say the F word. Damn. I'm going to get through alive one day. You know who didn't care about the family? The damn government. The government who stood there, who didn't plan, who didn't lock the doors, who didn't enforce standards at the school. Those are the people that didn't care. It wasn't the AR-15. It wasn't freaking the paper who released it. Free press is extremely important. I can't tell you how important. I had a freaking thing here and I can't find it now. Where the hell was that? Shit. It's my thumbnail. Oh, maybe I could. Now, let me just pull it back up again because it's easier. I know where it's at. Hang on. Okay. So this right here, and I think this might be Winston Churchill. I don't know. I can't read it. What does it say? I don't know. He looks like Winston Churchill. Anyway, he looks like an angry white man. Let's freaking bash on him for that. Let's not worry about his message. Let's worry about that shit. So this is a very accurate and true statement. A free press is the unsleeping guardian of every other right that free men prize. The press is supposed to keep government in check. They're supposed to be the government watchdog. They're supposed to look out for the citizens who can't look out. They're not supposed to be suppressed by the government. They're not supposed to be controlled or influenced by the government. And we are losing that every freaking day. And now this paper releases this video like they should, like the government should have. And now the government's crying, the mayor's crying, and parents are crying. Rick, you can't be me. The parents, they just lost a kid. They're freaking emotional and they're not thinking. It's bullshit. It's not about you. The free press is about the free press and keeping government accountable. It's not about you. I'm sorry you lost your kid. It's bullshit. You lost your kid because you put trust in government. And now you want government and other people to suppress the press. That's why you're in the shit you're in. That's why this country's in the shit it's in. So don't come here and blame a free press for releasing something that the government could have shared with the parents a month ago. They could have had this briefing. Now there's this big, oh, we were going to release it and we wanted to show the parents first. And this mean paper let it out and it traumatized the parents and we should have restrictions. And then these two freaking idiots on KLIF that was freaking pissing me off are like, oh, it was so disrespectful. How can you not care about the parents? And then this freaking idiot here is like, well, I mean, how much does people need to know? And you know, people don't need to know everything, and there's just something. Yeah, no, fuck you. Damn it. Fuck it. I can't fucking do it. I'm just going to cuss. This is fucking important, people. This bullshit that these fucking media types want to sit around and talk about, we know and we've been in the business and we should have standards and we should worry about feelings. No, fuck that. All right? It's about freaking keeping the people, we the people, informed, educated, not hidden, not kept in the dark, not protecting government who has all the power and authority to take away freedoms, to lock people up, to take your kids away, to shoot and kill you. Yeah, that's what we need to do. That's a great idea, you fucking idiots. Let's give government more power and let's blame the press because government's been hiding this shit for a fucking month. Fuck you and fuck KLIF and these two fucking idiots. Now, fuck it. Tired of fucking trying to hold my motherfucking fucks. All right. Shit, mother piece of crap. This damn paper released the shit like the government should have. We wouldn't be having this discussion if we actually had government that worked for the people because they would have released it. They would have said we have nothing to hide. They would have followed through with all their transparency bullshit they're always trying to pack up our ass, but they didn't. And now when a newspaper does it, they want to make them the bad guy. Screw you and everybody that freaking agrees with you, all right? My opinion, the American statement did good, and I don't care if they made money, and I don't even care about their motivation. I don't even care if they did it just for money. I don't care. They're the press. They should have access, and they should be able to inform the people, we the people, so we can hold our freaking tyrannical, out of control, crooked-ass politicians accountable and get this freaking country back where it was founded and how we became great. You know how countries fail? Because they abandon the policies that made them great. And that's what we're freaking doing because we're letting these left-wing fucking idiots take over this country. Shit, I was going to have a nice morning, 7:45, drinking my coffee. And now I'm all freaking pissed off because, fuck. All right, let me get to the, sorry if I offended anybody. If there's any kids that happen to be up in the morning and mom's listening to me making them breakfast, I'm like, shit. Sorry, kids. Don't be like Rick. He's got a potty mouth. He's going to wash his mouth out with soap. This is a soap donut. I'm a bad potty mouth. All right. Brain rot, southern narcissist, munching. And I'm telling you, man, these two just really piss me off. And I listen to them in the morning because they're a little bit more conservative. I was listening to WBAP. And those freaking idiots in the morning, they turn total left wing. Every time I turn around, it's like, well, maybe we don't need the AR, and maybe we could get a hold. Maybe we can have common sense gun. And bullshit. There ain't nothing about common sense and government that ever goes together. So this common sense gun control bullshit is just freaking that. Bullshit. Thanks, Jim. You know what was that freaking saying? There was a saying, Mark Twain said it. Somebody put it in the comments a few days ago, and I haven't heard it in freaking years. It says, good profanity is a great outlet which cannot even be replaced by prayer or something. It was pretty good. I liked it. I mean, this freaking topic, I'm telling you, man, this is such a glaring blow to law enforcement. And I'm not cheering that cops should be hated and I want people out there killing cops. I'm not saying all that. I'm saying our cops have gotten out of control. They've lost their way. They protect each other. They're worried about officer safety. They're hiring freaking idiots that don't know which bathroom to use. There's an agency that just hired a one-armed guy. There's an agency that hired a midget. And it's like, yeah, we'll make them feel good, but we'll endanger everyone else's safety, including, how many of you people want a midget? I don't know if I can say midget. What? Small people, little people, height challenge, whatever they're calling them. How many people, when you're getting your house broken into or there's somebody raping your wife and there's multiple people and you're being held down and you call the cops and ask for help, how many people want a midget showing up? Rick, midgets are just as good as big people and they can do. Shut up with that shit, okay? Ain't no woman ever saved me from a man beating my ass. And ain't no midget ever saved me, all right? So I don't want to hear this shit about, you know who saved me when I'm fucking over my head as a cop? Other male cops who were completely comfortable with jumping in and grabbing and throwing blows and being aggressive. Ooh, he said that aggressive word. That's that testosterone. Those men are mean. Fuck you. I'm tired of freaking making pussified men and then wondering why we're freaking losing this country to predators. Guys that love pussified men. Freaking predators that love government that takes away guns from good people, that love government that doesn't give you ability to defend yourself. It's just so freaking old. And I live with it every day. And I'm just walking around freaking going, shit, what can I do? And I mean, I don't even know if I'm doing anything. Somebody's going to say, well, you're just encouraging violence. Shut up, you freaking idiots. Maybe something I say will get shared or somebody will repeat it. It will spark a light. You know, let the bridges I burn light the way for others, because I am not going to run around and tiptoe on egg fucking shells to please all these fucking idiots that run around doing stupid shit, and I'm supposed to give them a freaking participation trophy and go, you're really good, and yeah, and you know what, you should slow down so they can win because we want to make them shut up and all that stupid shit, raising a bunch of damn pussies, fucking up the country. All right, where are we at? 100%. Thanks. Man, I have been working so hard on not saying the F word. I've been doing pretty good, but it just, I just can't hold back sometimes. Come on, people, support the free press, support the Constitution, support, the First Amendment. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of a religion, prohibition of free exercise thereof, abridging the freedom of speech of the press, the right of the people. I mean, it's freaking the First Amendment. It's the most important. And the second, which is the second most important, is the two that government hate. Why? Because it holds government accountable. They can't censor. They can't hide. They can't push their bullshit narrative. They can't disarm you. They can't tell you that we'll protect you. We can't tell you that we're going to be transparent and then freaking go after the press when they release something that we didn't want you to know because we don't think you're smart enough and we don't think you should have the knowledge and we don't know what you'll do with it. And only us in government are the real smart people, and we know what to do and we know how to handle it. And you dumbass Americans just shouldn't know. We have to protect you. That's our job, to protect you, because we care about you so much. Because everybody in government is not worried about themselves. They care about you. And all the police in the hallway with their guns hiding. They weren't worried about themselves. They care about you and your kids. Meanwhile, one piece of shit is freaking killing kids in a freaking room for 77 minutes while these fucking pussies are out there with long guns and shields. And I got all these fucking blue line brothers coming out attacking me saying I'm making cops look bad. You're making cops look bad by defending that shit. All right? Don't put that shit on me. I'm perfectly comfortable where the hell I'm at and why I believe what I believe, and I'll defend it. All right. Fuck it. Thanks. Everything. Nobody is forcing anybody to watch anything. All these parents crying about trauma. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to search it out. There's a lot of people that asked me for the link to the video. And I was kind of like, dude, if you can't find the video, you don't want to watch it that bad. I didn't put a link to the video on purpose. And you know what? If those parents don't want to watch it, they don't have to. It's freedom. No, Rick. The whole world, the whole United States should worry about these parents and protect them. Are you fucking kidding me? Or is there a parent out there that thinks you're that special? I mean, I know parents. I've dealt with parents my whole freaking life. They all think they're special and they all think their kids are special. All right, I get it. I get it. But you're not that fucking special. I'm sorry. You're a freaking person. You're a parent. You had sex. You had a child. Doesn't make you smart. Doesn't make you responsible. Doesn't make you good. No more than giving a cop a badge makes him a hero or a perfect person. It just doesn't happen. So you can hate on me, and all my parents now can come here and make the hate comment. Rick, you don't understand. Being a parent is so important. We're so great. And it's so. Shut up. I've dealt with so many freaking shitty parents. There's news articles every day about parents killing their kids, leaving drugs, shooting their kids, drowning their kids, moms cutting their kids' throat in the name of some cult religion. Don't give me this shit about how perfect and how honored we should respect parents and teachers because they teach our kids we should pay, and police because they protect us, and government because they pass laws that protect. Shut up! Wake the fuck up, people! Be yourself! Be responsible for your own freedom, your own protection. Don't be freaking brainwashed. You don't have to believe what I believe. I'm not telling you have to agree with me. I'm telling you make your own damn opinion. Use your own mind to critical think and become a better person. Make the country better for futures. Pass on something that's good for the future. Liberalism is never good for the future. It destroys everything. Our freedoms, this country has passed on so much greatness through the world over time, over 200 years. We have done nothing but give things to the freaking world and to our children and grandchildren and to generations. And we're throwing it all away on this bullshit, left-wing fucking brainwashing censorship, attacking a paper for releasing something that the people should have a right to know. Man, I'm telling you, I got so fired up this morning when they were talking on the radio. I turned them off. I was walking around freaking the house, cussing like these motherfucking turncoat, red coat, piece of shit traitors, bastards. I mean, it just, Rick, calm down. Your blood pressure. Whatever. Let me go down my comments. I have people watching. I only got 300 people watching. That's all right. All right. You 300 people will hear my side, and you may disagree. You may hate me. You may think I'm a bad person. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna run around and try to please everybody. You know, a friend to everybody is a friend to none. People that run around and please people. I've always said all the people throughout my life that I've worked with, worked for, worked around, that I've met, the worst people to trust are the ones that everybody likes and they get along with everybody. And the reason they get along is they're always telling everyone what they want to hear. They're making everyone feel good. They never speak truth because they don't want to offend anybody, but everybody likes them. And everybody just thinks they're really great people. And you know what? Just about every one of those people I've ever digged into or done a case or ended up finding out about them, they were weaselly, backboneless pieces of shit you couldn't trust. They would sell out their own freaking mother for a freaking cup of coffee. They are a friend to everyone is a friend to none. I'm telling you, don't trust people that get along. Okay? I'm not saying you should trust me because I don't get along with a whole bunch of people. But you know what? You know where you stand with me. I say what I mean what I say. And you know, if that offends you or you don't like those, it's okay. I mean, I don't even really want to hang around you. I don't want to be around somebody that doesn't like me. I don't want to chase friends to make them be my friends. We either agree, we get along, we have the same views. We can still disagree, but at the core, the important things in life, man, I'm just not, you know. And when you're younger, there's a whole bunch of factors that won't let you do that. You got a career, you're trying to, you know, maybe impress the wife's family or the girlfriend's family or your boss or sport, or you're trying to, you know, be this better person around your kids' friends or teachers at school. I get there's a lot of pressures that's always modifying our behavior. I get on here and I try not to say the F word. I try to be a better person and I fail and I'm not perfect. But and if somebody wants to hate me for that because they're perfect, go be perfect with other perfect people. Because I don't want perfect people around me. I know that humans are fragile, frail, and they're not perfect. And I'm okay with that, okay? But when they make decisions based against good logic and reasonableness, then I just think they're ignorant, stupid, and I don't want to be around them because those people are dangerous. They're dangerous to me. They're dangerous to people around them, and they're dangerous to freedom in this country. My opinion, you can hate me, whatever. It's all my fault. All the world's problems is Rick's fault because he does a live with 300 people watching, and somehow I'm just this huge, people are coming here. Man, they should shut down your channel. You have no business being on YouTube. Some of the comments I get, it's just crazy. I'm like, really? I should be censored from all social media. People are saying that shit in the comments. I'm like, really? That's what people who are scared and they can't defend themselves with knowledge. They can't accept an alternative view. They can't accept somebody disagreeing with that might make sense. So since they can't win level like the left, they have to lie, cheat, steal, and do everything the left does. Did I say I can't stand the freaking left? I don't know if I've ever said that, but in case somebody's confused. Briefly talked about you. Oh, did he really? What did he say? Was he decent or did he crack on me? At 54-minute mark. I'll have to go try and check that out. Briefly talked about you. Did he say my name or just imply it? Because earlier he said he didn't know how to find me and he didn't know how to contact me to come on live. But now he knew my name? What's up with that? Tate, come on, man. I mean, look, I already said it. I think he does some good shit and he's a decent guy. We're not going to see eye to eye on this, which is okay. Okay. I love this. Man, you know what? Some people, Randy Rising, I love Randy. You know what? And I love my freaking gun people. I have my viewers are somebody, where's my freaking thing? Oh my God, I got this. So I'm checking my mail the other day. It was the funniest freaking thing. There's like 3 or 4 people at the post office, and I don't talk to people. When I'm walking around, I kind of glance. I'm looking at them to see who's armed, who's a threat, etc. I'm evaluating shit. I walk in the door closest to my post office box. I go straight to my post office box, make sure nobody's behind me, open my shit, and I leave. So that's my mail experience. So I go in there, and there was a bunch of shit in there. So I stop at one of the counters with all the trash cans, and I don't even throw it in the trash can. I'm kind of a dick that way. Somebody would be like, man, that's just rude. I know. Normally, if I go to a public bathroom and it's clean and I wash my hands and I splatter water, I usually grab a little paper towel and I clean up my little water mess that I made because the bathroom was clean when I left there. So I don't want to just clean up and leave it worse. I always try. That was my philosophy in the military. You always leave your job better than when you found it. So when you get a job in the military, because you're always kind of changing, moving, deploying, going here, going there, transferring, you always leave the place you're at better than when you found it. If you go into the force, you don't want to destroy it. You don't want to leave trash. You don't want to leave your fire pit, tear down your fire. You leave a place better than when you found it, or at least the way you found it. So when I go to the bathroom, I kind of clean it. But at the post office, because it's the damn government, and I hate their freaking bullshit. And they got that damn sign every time I walk in with a gun, big red circle. It just puts me in a foul mood walking in there. So I had all this shit in my box, and so I pull out all the shit and I go to the counter, and I don't throw it in a trash can. I lay it on the counter. So the dumbasses that get paid by the federal government have to come out, and I know it pisses them off because they have to throw it away. And I'm like, fuck you. Don't put the shit in my fucking box. You wouldn't have to throw it away. But I digress. So I'm throwing away all my shit, and I have this one little envelope about this big. And I was like, what the hell is this? So I'm always a little suspicious. I kind of look where it's from. I'm looking for oils for bombs. So I'm kind of like, okay, this one looks okay. Maybe I'll tear it on this corner right here so I don't interfere. I kind of peek in, and I look in there. There's a freaking little gun for Judy. It's a little Tommy gun with a little, so I can't think of the drum magazine in the 45. Oh my God. I'm in the post office, and there's a couple of people down the way getting their shit. And I just fucking busted up laughing so hard. I mean, I was freaking just rolling. I looked at the gun. The guy even put a little string so I could like glue it and hang it around her dress. And he didn't put a note. He didn't put his name on the last. He had the address, but he didn't put his name or anything. He just sent me that. I'm telling you, man, that was whoever sent me that. That was a great laugh because I opened that shit up and I was like, what the fuck? Why did somebody? And I looked, I went, oh shit, this is for Judy because I asked somebody to send me a long gun for her. And I just thought of my girl Judy, and I was like, oh my God, she's got a long gun. It was so freaking funny people. Y'all might not find it funny, but I'm telling you, if you'd been in the post office, everybody turned around and looked at me like, what the fuck is he laughing at? Because I fucking busted a gun. I was like, oh my God, how freaking cool is that? I fucking love it. I was just... Oh shit! So whoever sent Judy a gun, man, I love it. I haven't glued it and worked on it yet, but it's sitting downstairs. It was a freaking funny little, and it was the thought, and I got on that because of my viewers. Sometimes I get these little off the wall kind of weird little things, and it's just when I open it up, it's just. I mean, it's not like, man, I got to find this person. We're buddies for life, and I got to connect. It's just a nice thing. Sometimes I'll do something and not know. I'll pay for a coffee or something for the person behind me, or I'll pay for their meal or whatever. And, kind of like that pay it forward shit. I mean, I don't do it a lot. I mean, I don't go through drive-through a lot, but I've done it and I do it. But, it was just freaking funny. And I love that little gun. So whoever sent me that little gun, thanks a lot. All right. Looking for police response. I'm sure the parents that lost the kids are glad it was shown. I think some parents are glad it was shown, but the media isn't showing them. The left-wing media is showing the one that's crying. I had to relive it, and it's not fair, and they could have waited. Yeah, just keep waiting. That's what we want you to do. Keep waiting. You know what? I don't think they should have waited. I think they should have released it. I think they held on to it for a little while. They could have released it earlier. I think the government should have released it. I think the government should have had a briefing with the parents before they did the public briefing and said, hey, this is full disclosure. You ask us questions. Here's our case. What do you need to know? I mean, I've sat down with the DA and victims. A victim of a crime gets to go talk to the DA. The DA will have me there because I'm the investigating officer. They'll be talking to him. They say, this is the investigator. Do you have any questions whatsoever? If I can't answer, he can answer. If he can't, I can answer, or we'll get you an answer. And you talk to the victim. That's what representative government does. They work for the people. When you're a victim, we talk to you. We inform you. We don't hold and hide shit for a month. And then when a paper releases it, we're going to claim the paper's bad. They shouldn't have had it. We need more laws to control the newspaper. That free press shit's out of control. Look, they hurt this poor parent. Yeah, fucking shut up with your bullshit double talk. You may be fooling some. You ain't fooling me. My potty mouth. You know what? I don't know, man. I've had potty mouth for freaking too long. All right. The mayor from Red Dawn. I don't know what that is. Oh, you mean the new Red Dawn, where the black mayor was like saying, turn yourself in, we're good, and he's working with the freaking enemy? Yeah, he was a piece of shit politician. They're all that way. They want the power and they want their special benefits, and they want to get it by selling out freedoms and selling out America. It's bullshit. All right. That cleaning the bathroom story, my nephew came down when they were younger. And I mean, when I say younger, I think they were like 14 or 16. They visited me in California, and we went in a bathroom. And you know how teenagers are. They're kind of sloppy anyway. And these guys are boys. And so we go in and we're washing our fucking hands for doing something. We're about to eat dinner or something. And I mean, they just freaking make a mess. And they started walking. I go, hey, did you find this way? And they're like, no, Uncle Rick. I go, grab a freaking paper towel and clean paper. I said, you trash. This was a clean bathroom before you two idiots got in here and acted like a freaking pig pen. And so they had to wipe it. They're like, damn, Uncle Rick, he doesn't like a dirty bathroom. It's not that I don't like a dirty bathroom. It's just be respectful. I had that partner. Speaking of my partner, Joey, he called me yesterday. I did a lot of crazy cop stories on him. We worked the gang task force together. We worked at gang injunction, and we worked on the FBI gang task force together. So we were partners for a while. We know each other pretty good. He was a little bit younger than me. He's a sergeant now in a California agency. I won't say a pretty big agency. And so he's like talking about how, he's protecting his young troops, and he's always fighting with admin and a bunch of pencil pushers. And we were just bullshitting because we haven't talked in shit probably 5 years. And out of the blue, he emailed me. He's, no, man, give me a call. So I called him and we bullshitted. But we were talking about some of the crazy cop stories. And he goes, dude, I found your channel. I was watching some of the crazy cop stories, and you were telling about when we were chasing that guy and when you thought I shot him. And he goes, I'm surprised you didn't tell the story about, and he tells me the story about, we were searching a house. We were after somebody, and he cleared a room. And I thought he did it too fast. I go, dude, you weren't in there very fucking long. He's like, fuck you, man. I cleared it. You don't fucking like it. Go clear yourself. I go, I will. and I found a dude hiding under a pile of fucking clothes. And I was like, get your fucking, and he comes running in. I'm looking, I'm like, you motherfucker. And he's like, and he just had that look of like, shit, that motherfucker. But you know what? He cleared rooms better after that. But, and I've never told that story because I kind of forgot about it till he brought it up. And I go, the pile of clothes, because I've found guys after people have missed them in rooms numerous times under a pile of clothes and corner. I mean, when I see a pile of clothes, I always kick it. Over years, you know, I've got my gun, I'm clearing rooms, and I come across a pile of clothes. I'm going to freaking lean back and then just kind of kick forward and see if a gun comes out or a knife, and I'll usually hear, ugh! And I'm like, put your fucking hands up, don't fucking move, and we go through our shit. Then the hands come out of the clothes, then he stands up and I pull him out. So I had just forgot about that one with him, and he's like, dude, I'm surprised you didn't tell that story because I was fucked up. And he knew he fucked up. But you know what? He made a mistake. Nobody got hurt. It was good. I just don't like working with sloppy people. I want people that I can depend on. You do it fucking right. So anyway, we had a good talk the other night. It was pretty funny. His kid, man, I was like, how's little Joey? Because his kid, when I was around him, was like 2 or 3. He goes, dude, he's in college in Berkeley. I go, what the? I mean, it's just amazing how time flies by. You know, you see somebody and they got little kids, and then later you talk to them and the kids are freaking gone. You're like, what the hell? And, you know, parents do that all the time. And I remember as a kid, every freaking old person I met was always say, geez, boy, you're growing like a weed. You're twice as big. And I'm like, really? I'm the same size. I didn't know I grow. You know, as a kid, you just don't have concept of that. But, man, when you're an adult and you move away for a year or two and you come back, shit changes. But anyway, let me go down to my comments here. Where are we at? Oh, tater salad. Gave me some cash. Thank you, sir. Let's see. Ditto, Denver. I got 400 people. I didn't scare off everybody. You two probably have a shit fit when I started using the F word. I used to have a habit of straightening cooked stuff on coworkers' desks. Oh, no, I didn't do that. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Now, I did have, when I was really busy, my desk sometimes would be messy. But in the military, at the end of the day, when I went home, everything was stacked in piles and it was organized. And when I was in civilian world, they'd always be like, damn, man, when you go home, your shit looks clean. Because most cops, their shit looks trash all day. It stays trash. They can't find shit. They got this. They're throwing. They're disorganized. There's not, you know, prior military guys, they're a little bit more organized, structured. But that's not always the case. I mean, I know, you know, ex-military guys that are freaking pigs and slobs. And, you know, they got out and they never liked that shit. And now it's like they're rebelling and being the sloppiest freaking piece of shit ever. And I'm like, dude, you were in the military and you live like this. Your freaking yard's trash. You got trash everywhere. You're freaking got no pride in your shit. Really? But I digress. Hey, you know. All right. Eastern Standard Time, when they released it, they did have the kids screaming, but after that it muted. Oh, I didn't know they find. See, I'm on the fence about the kids screaming. I just don't like editing. And I also think they edited the audio because the audio at first was kind of clear and then it was very garbled after that and you couldn't understand it. And I think the freaking government lied and they garbled it because they didn't want us to hear what the cops were saying, because the cops probably made some inappropriate jokes. They were laughing. They were probably like, you go down there and get in. I'm not going in. Fuck you. You go in. You want to go get shot. I think there was conversations like that. And I'm making an assumption. Maybe there wasn't. But I made a whole bunch of assumptions about what went on in that hallway before I ever saw this video. And I was pretty much right on. If you watch my original videos, I was describing what I thought was going on in there. And now that I see the video, it's worse than what I thought. But I was pretty right in where I thought. So I think they garbled the video so we could not hear the inappropriate conversation and jokes between the cops, because it would have made them look even worse if they can look worse. I mean, I don't even know. Somebody go ask Tatum, what could the cops have done that would have been bad? I'd like to hear that, because I don't know how they could be much worse. I mean, maybe if they would have like thrown in extra guns for them, maybe that would have been worse. Maybe if they would have all just left the whole building, maybe that would have been worse. Maybe if they left, the parents could have came in and saved their kids. Okay, so I mean, it's a disgusting display of trust in a government bureaucracy that people are still defending, even though it was a total cluster and horrible situation. Just disgusting. And any cop with any balls will never defend these guys. And my partner Joey last night, he's like, dude, he goes, I heard your shit on Uvalde. He goes, I couldn't believe how they were all pussies. But he also said the guys they're hiring now, they're not meat eaters. They're scared. They don't want to do anything. He said we had an incident last night. A guy, we were chasing him. He ran the house with a gun. He was hiding. He had a kid hostage. He goes, I grabbed some guys. I go, we're going in. And all the young guys were like, oh, are you sure? Should we wait for SWAT? And they didn't. And he goes, line up. We're going in. And he grabbed his crew and they went in and they got the guy. But, and he's a meat eater because he was my partner and we were meat eaters. And that's what we did. So there wouldn't be no standing around. I guarantee you, if him, me, or any of my guys that were meat eaters on my team would have been in that hallway, it would not have gone down that way. And I know people are going to be like, man, you think you're all that. You would have been scared in the corner crying and pissing your pants. Yeah, okay. Let's go play, me and you. Let's just go in the hood. I'll challenge any cop walking right now. Take me in the hood right freaking now with my old out of shape ass right freaking now. Let's go. I'll show you how we used to do it. Let's go. Freaking pussies. I just got no time for pussy cops. All right, where am I at here? Rick, you shouldn't use pussy. Why are you picking on kitty cats? I'm not picking on kitty cats. Any little kids out there, kitty cats are cute and sweet and nice, but they're not aggressive and they don't take care of business. Okay? That's why I call them that. All right. I drove a cab, 85 doing rush, past 2 trucks, and a cop car was in between them. I dropped the got it down to 55, pulled over. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, I can't tell you the number of times people cross past me when I was going somewhere. But I mean, I'm going to freaking warrant and some guy's speeding. I'm not going to freaking, oh my God, I got to, and leave my team hanging or whatever. I mean, if it was serious, if he was shooting or I saw a woman trying to climb out the window, then obviously I would go after him. But this speeding and I mean, like I said, I remember one time specifically I'm pretty sure it was a woman. I don't want to crack on women, but I think it was a woman. She ran this freaking red light. Light turns green. I'm in a patrol car and I start driving. And about halfway in, she fucking just comes barreling through the freaking intersection driving. And then right when she gets in front of me, she slams on the brakes with this, oh shit look, like the light changed. And I was like, you know what? I kind of start off kind of quick, whatever. I'm kind of like, I look at her. She looks at me like, oh shit. And I went, and she pulls forward and I drive through. And I was like, whatever. Everybody makes mistakes. Why do I want to give her a ticket? Take food out of her child's mouth. Take food out of her luxury. She works hard. Why do I want to do that? It's just such a nasty disposition for people that want to do that and somehow get pleasure out of hurting people because they're driving and making a living or taking their kids to school. And and there'll be some idiot here. There's some guy in the other when I was cracking on tickets, he's like, well, man, I want people to go the speed limit because I don't want to get hit. You're a fucking idiot. Doesn't matter if they're going to speed. So if I'm drunk driving and I'm all over the fucking road and I'm fighting or I'm freaking texting like the cops drive around, but I'm going under the speed limit and hit you, you're okay with that. That's because you're an idiot. Because it doesn't matter if somebody's speeding, it doesn't increase the chances of them hitting you. It may affect reaction time. It may cause other people to react. It may do some things, but so does driving like a damn idiot. So does driving too slow. So does driving in a slow lane. I just don't think we need government fining people. I would be much better if every ticket government got no money and no stats and no budgeting and all fines went to charity of the person's choice. You pull me over, I'm going 100. You give me $100 fucking ticket, I get to pick the charity. I'm okay with that. I mean, I still think it's bullshit, but at least I know government isn't profiting and taxing citizens who are out there trying to make a living and go to work, raise their kids and do shit and feed and maybe save a little bit for a vacation or maybe save for their kids, birthday party or maybe save for food. And now I'm going to go out there because I'm a fucking cop with a badge and I want to be Billy Badass and show how tough I am. And I'm going to write you a ticket. And then I'm going to go back and brag that I got my ticket quota for the day. And I wrote the most tickets for the month. And I get to go to overtime and make more money because you have to go to court and you have to miss work and cost you more money. And somehow I'm supposed to feel good about that. Fuck you, ticket writing pussies. I just can't stand them. Anyway. Rick must have got a ticket, and now he's trying to blame the. Shut up, you freaking little. You're still short, Rick. What do you mean I'm short? I'm not a midget. I mean, I'm not 6 foot. I'm like 5'8" and a half or 3/4 and 2 centimeters, whatever. Okay, I'm just talking about, look, it used to be cops had to be 6 foot tall. You couldn't be a cop unless you were 6 foot tall. And you know why that was? Because we didn't have a lot of cops. Because cops had to take care of business. We didn't have 14 or 15 other cops responding every time a cop went, I need help. I broke a fingernail. I need help. And you had 15 cops come and save her. We didn't have that. So they had to have standards. So you had to be tall. You had to be a little intimidating. You had to be looking like people didn't want to challenge you. People didn't want to fight you. Okay? Predators out there, who doesn't want to fight? If you're a predator and a piece of shit and you got to go to prison, or you can beat the shit out of this 100-pound cute little girl with her little badge and gun, and she's got nice fingernails and tattoos all over her. Let's see. Do I want to go to prison? Or do I want to beat the shit out of her? I wonder if I can take her. Wow, maybe she was in the movie freaking Tombstone or whatever, or Tomb Raider, and maybe she's really badass. Maybe I'm scared of her. Maybe I shouldn't challenge her. I think I'll just go to prison, and I'll let her arrest me. Well, that's because you're an idiot, and you've never dealt with predators. Predators will fight. And they'll fight to the freaking death to get away because they don't want to be locked up. And we're putting idiots out there and telling them they're just as good as anybody else when they're not. Sorry. If I crush some little woman's precious little rice paper feelings, sorry. All right. Where we at? I didn't put the damn question. What question? It's okay. Give him hell. I remember you said he was hiding in a closet. Yeah, I did do a case, but I think that was a CHP is a story I told about the closet. This one was a different closet and a different case. But the CHP one, they were just sloppy, and I always researched after them. You know, they'd come out, put their gun away, clear. And if they walked away, I'd go in with my gun and re-clear that freaking room. Every time. And the reason why it's so important is when you're searching a house or doing something and you're clearing it, I'm going to be looking on the mattress. I'm going to be getting on my knees and bending over, looking under a chest drawer, maybe reaching in a dark corner. My back is going to be fully exposed. My gun's going to be exposed in a room. And the last thing I want is somebody jumping out. So I have to make sure there's nobody in this room. I have to be able to search comfortably without, I wonder if someone's behind me. Because then you're going to miss something in your search because you're not safe. And you just shouldn't be able to do that. I can clear a room. I can tell where a body can hide in a room. Okay. Like I said, if we went in a house with a lot of furniture and we were making massive injury, a bunch of us, when I saw a couch, I know people are going to get pissed off here and say I was a tyrant, but whatever. When I saw couches, I didn't have time because it was a large house and we were moving kind of rapidly through it. And we got 4 or 5 guys fanning out. I didn't have time to search every cushion. I would jump on the couch and I would stomp on every cushion while we're moving forward and clearing. And that's how I would clear the couch. And I don't remember if I ever found anybody by stomping. I found people under couches before, but I'm not sure if I ever got anybody stomping. But I knew if there was somebody in there, I would feel a body, it would feel bumpy, or they would move, or they would purr or protect themselves, and I would know there's somebody there, and then I would stop the search and take care of him. But I wouldn't want to leave an uncleared couch. But when you're moving in, you know, if I'm going through all these freaking rooms, I don't want to stop and go, let me look under each cushion here, because now I'm holding up the flow of the team, and we're moving, yelling, please, search warrant, please, show us your hands, identify yourself, and we're moving. You just don't want to stop and start doing this detail. Normally, you would do that in what's called a secondary search. You have the primary search when you enter a building. We go in, guns drawn, we clear all major areas that we can see, under beds, etc., large areas. Then we do what's called, we all go clear, secondary. And a secondary search is a more detailed search. We search everything that we did clear really good. And that would be the time we'd go back and lift couch cushions, maybe move a chair, maybe check, you know, a small pile of clothes that probably nobody's there, but let's just make sure. And we would do things like that. And that would be called our secondary search. But you have to make sure you're in a secure environment when you start searching, because when you're searching, you're focused on what you're looking for, papers, bullets, you know, guns, whatever you're looking for, you're focused and you're totally exposed. Last thing you want is some guy coming out. And we didn't go up in attics a lot, but if we open an attic door and shit fell out, we would know if there wasn't anything on the floor before, nobody went up there. So those are kind of clues that we wouldn't need to go in an attic. Now, if I got to an attic door and I look down and I see a bunch of freaking attic insulation, it's like, hey, And I'd point to that and everybody be like, oh, okay, we got it. He's up there. So, yeah, I mean, you got to go through clues like that. Sometimes, you know, you don't have an attic pull down door. You've got those little square pegs that just kind of sit on something. So, you know, you kind of push up and you can look around, and that's really dangerous because when you push up in there, you know, you're exposing your head to get your gun in so you can see. So if somebody's up there with a gun, you're kind of screwed. So those are kind of pretty dangerous. We would normally just knock that off, get a good clear thing, stick a light in there and go around with our hand. The bright light would hopefully blind anybody that was in there. And then we do a quick peek real quick with our flashlight and kind of clear around. But I mean, that's a fatal funnel. You're sticking your head in one area. If anybody's in an attic, they have to look at one thing, this square. And so do you not go to the fatal funnel? Rick, it's a fatal funnel. It's dangerous. You shouldn't do that. You have to do it sometimes. I mean, look, tactics is a guide and it's great when it works, but sometimes you have to cross an open field. I mean, it's nice to cross a field with trees and logs and obstacles so you can move from cover to cover and reevaluate. And if you take rounds while you're moving, you have a place to go to cover. I mean, that's great. That's ideal. But sometimes you got to cross an open field. And you take rounds, you got to fucking haul ass. You got to zigzag. You got to look for a ditch. But, I mean, sometimes you got to take risks. It's a risky job. If you don't want to take risks, go freaking plant flowers and work in a flower shop. Everybody loves flower people. They're always happy. They're buying, unless they're for a funeral. But normally they're happy. Go work in a freaking flower shop. Wear big gloves so you don't poke yourself with a little rose, and you can wear eye protection in case of a rose, you know, and maybe you can put a little net on in case a bee comes out. And you can be really safe in a flower shop. Don't be a freaking cop with a gun and talk about how badass you are that you wrote tickets. All right? Freaking pussies in a fucking risky job. Just drives me nuts. Hey, Jacob, thanks. Tatum defended the cop again after the video came out. What's the most fucked up thing I found in a couch? Probably a bloody Kotex or a bloody tampon, dirty diapers. I mean, they're nasty people out there. They literally, I mean, can you imagine that? You change your fucking kid's nasty ass stinky diaper and you can't get your lazy fat ass welfare freaking getting government money to fucking pop out kids' ass off the couch. You just shove it in between the cushions. I mean, it's just like, what the fuck? I mean, that's probably where, I mean, you find rubbers, sometimes dildos, and one of the things I found on the couch, trash, you know, typical M&Ms, or somebody dropped some food, or, you know, a pen, but probably used rubber, bloody Kotex, bloody tampon, dirty diaper. That would probably be the worst things I found in the freaking sofa. Cheetos. What's the most fuck? Oh, I already did that. Lots of loose change. There was one incident that I was thinking about the other day. You know, when you're working drugs or even gangs, you know, when you do these search warrants, you're looking for one thing and then you end up finding guns or a lot of cash. And a lot of cash, I mean, it's just like the thoughts run through your mind, like, these motherfuckers got all this fucking money they're stealing from people. I could use this better. I could donate it. I could fucking just take this and drop it off at a church or a charity. It would do so much better. I got to lock it up, give it to the government. Those thoughts kind of run through your mind sometimes because it's just frustrating. You take all this money, the government takes it, you book it in, it doesn't do shit, they get it. No, who fucking knows where it goes? It just goes in the government fucking spending block. You know, it doesn't do any good whatsoever. I mean, I would love if our fucking Congress passed a law that meant something, that said all drug seizures don't go to government. It don't go to police agencies. It goes to charities and back to the community, that the people who fucking did the nasty shit and made this money illegal, it goes back to that community. What would be so bad? Why can't fucking our politicians do something like that? Oh, no, Rick, we have to worry about having 14 bathrooms, and we need to get rid of that mean AR, and we have to attack a newspaper because they released something. That's what our government needs to do. I'm so fucking tired of our goddamn politician piece of shit, no good mother. Oh, I need to find my calm. Judy, help me find my calm, baby. Judy. What is? Oh, it's Hey Jude, not Judy. Hey Jude. Anybody remember that song? Who sang that? All right, a gun under the cushion. You know, I might have found a shotgun. I don't know if I've ever found a pistol. I mean, I'll tell you right freaking now. You search my freaking house, There's freaking a gun under every cushion in this freaking house. I don't give a shit. I'm never more than 10 feet from a gun. You are not going to catch me not being able to lunge for a freaking gun. And I may freaking, you come in my house and I may act like a pussy and go, man, I'm just old. I just had heart surgery. And I'll be bending over, reaching for that couch before I shove that shit in your freaking neck and you'll never know it. But I'm never far away from a freaking gun. And some people will say, Rick, you're paranoid. No, I'm not paranoid. I feel safe. If I was paranoid, I'd be scared. I'm not scared. I feel safe in my house. You can take that shit to the bank. All right. Tatum comments are saying that Tatum reached out to you and you haven't replied. I think he's backpedaling. Well, look, I don't know how he reached out to me. Nobody's reached out to me. There was one guy that said, I've got Tatum gave me his texting number. Do you want it? And my reply was, I'm not going to chase the guy down. I made it clear that he was welcome to come on. He knows where my channel's at. I'm willing to talk to him anytime. He's still welcome, even though, I mean, a lot of people are kind of pissed off at him, and I'm a little disappointed in him. Maybe when I talk to him, I won't be, and I'll hear his side. I was just a little disappointed when he called me delusional, and then he wouldn't come on and defend that. So it was kind of like, dude, if we're on the same team, which I think we are, we're pro-gun, pro-American, we may not agree on everything. And I mean, he may be a little bit more, he's got his rose-colored glasses on when he looks at cops, and I may have my anti-government glasses on when I look at cops. But for the most part, I think he's a good guy, and I think we probably agree more than we disagree. So I don't know how he reached out to me. I didn't get an email. I don't know. If somebody wants to, say, hey, put it in the comments. I'll be more than happy to read it. But this thing about he's backpedaling a pussy, look, if he's admitting he made a mistake, I don't know if that's backpedaling. He's got more information. He believed what he believed. He stood by what he believed. And now that he has more information, if he's admitting that he got it wrong, I mean, shit, I'm not going to beat a guy up for that. I mean, I think it's good that he's admitting that. And I don't want to get into this, Tatum and Rick war, and I need to do this, and he needs to. He's got a lot more viewers. I mean, he's a busy dude. I get it. So, it's not personal to me. I just think if the way he talks, and I think he's a little bit more God-oriented than I am, but the way he talks about God and everything, if he really wanted to walk the walk, it wouldn't be swallowing his pride, and it wouldn't be I'm a bad person or I'm weak. He would have confidence to say, hey, I got it wrong, man. And, I still don't agree with all your points, and maybe delusional was a strong word, but we can agree to disagree. I mean, I really would like to have a conversation because I like the guy. I think he's funny. When he came on a couple of times, he seemed like a nice dude. So, I mean, I think we would get along and we would kind of crack on each other and talk shit a little bit and still have fun and still be respectful. But I get that he's busy. So I don't know about calling him a pussy because he's backpedaling. If he's admitting he made a mistake, if he's admitting he didn't have it right, I mean, he's still going to protect the cops. He's still going to, it's like a parent admitting their kid's wrong. I mean, they're still going to love their kid. They're still going to freaking see their kid as wonderful. And I mean, the police force is kind of like Tatum's kid a little bit. He kind of protects them and wants to see the good, and he really doesn't want to see the bad. And I'm okay with that. I don't agree with it, but I think government should be held accountable. I think we should focus on the bad so that it doesn't get worse. Because when you hide the bad and you disallow the bad, that's how you get spoiled bad children that act out and they're not responsible and they become rude, mean, bullies, and unproductive. And that's what we've done to our police force. We've treated them like our little kids, and we have to respect them, and we have to love them, and we have to feel sorry for them. We have to tell them they're good, and we have to tell them we need them, and we have to call them heroes. And now we've turned them into a bunch of spoiled fucking brats with power, and they're killing and shooting and stomping on the Constitution. They hate the citizens. They only love themselves. They're self-centered, and they suck, and they don't work for the freaking people anymore. And we've created that with the same mindset that parents create bad kids. All right. So where we at? Hell, I've been on here almost an hour already. I ain't even drinking that much. I still got this much. I'm only this far down on my coffee. But it's good coffee. There's a freaking dog in my yard. What the hell? I wonder if that's one next door. Shit. I don't know whether I should stop this. Y'all hang on. I got to run downstairs because if he's chasing my rabbit, I got to grab his ass. It's like it followed me in the house. Come on. Come on upstairs. Come on. It only went up like 3 stairs and it won't let me like drag it up. I was going to bring it up so you can see it. Come on. Come on, baby girl. All right. It must have got out. She's downstairs. I don't think she'll hurt anything. At least she ain't chasing a rabbit. All right. Sorry. Did I lose all my viewers? Where the hell did Rick go? Give him some Scooby snacks. I used to keep Bones in here, but I don't have any dogs visiting too much anymore. So, rabbit lives matter. I don't mind if he chases the wild rabbits. My domesticated rabbit stays right outside in the same spot, and I don't really. It's pretty big too. It's almost as big as Smokey. All right. Moki saves the day. Moki got in trouble this morning. That little piece of shit. So Moki's my cat, and I'm out there feeding the horses. And all of a sudden, I turn around, and I see him kind of coming out because sometimes he comes out when I'm feeding to visit me. So he's walking out, and I'm playing. My hands smell like dog now. So he's walking out, and I see him, and then all of a sudden I hear, it's like, what the I turn around, and there's like 3 freaking birds just dive bombing the shit out of him, and he's got a baby bird in his mouth, and it pissed me off. I was like, damn it, Smokey. And I found like 2 dead birds the last 2 mornings, and I'm like, he's starting to freaking kill all these freaking birds. It's pissing me off. So I was like, damn it, Smokey. And I screamed. Probably the neighbors heard me because I was like, drop it. And he was freaking, he's like, oh shit, the birds are after me now. Dad's after me. So he hauls ass in the garage, and I freaking run to the garage, and I go, damn it, Smokey, where are you? And he knew I was pissed. And there's a little bird sitting right in the garage. He dropped it right in the garage, and it's just sitting there. And he was sitting on his chair in the corner like, oh shit, Dad's pissed. I was like, leave those birds alone. So I chewed him out, and he kind of sat there with his head down. And then I caught the little birdie, and I brought it back out to where his parents were, and they were like chirping around and stuff. But so he's hiding in the garage right now. I'm not worried about him. He can get away. Come here, baby girl. Come here. Come on. I don't really want her like peeing or chewing on my shit, but I don't know if she's even in the house. All right. I like Tatum. He just needs to drop his ego. I mean, you know, Tatum seemed like a pretty nice guy when I talked to him. I mean, he didn't seem, I mean, look, people say I got an ego too. Sometimes when you're cocky or arrogant or you're confident, people will say it's an ego. Maybe it is ego. I mean, I think I have an ego. I mean, I don't want to, I get offended if somebody wants to talk shit and kind of talk smack. I'm going to like defend myself. But, I mean, I don't know if I should, I don't want to downgrade like-minded people. If we had a whole bunch of like-minded people, I don't mind if we hold each other in check more. But in this environment, in Texas and in this country right now, man, the enemy is the freaking left. And we need to concentrate and get rid of them and get them out of office and power and get them to where they don't run the media and they don't run every freaking thing and just always stirring up shit and hate and blaming America for all the world's problems. They're just a freaking cancer, and they're spreading, and all they do is leave a massive destruction behind them. And I really just don't, you know, I got a couple guys that come here and say they're liberal, but I don't believe it. I don't think any liberal would listen to me. They just can't handle the truth. Does anybody care about Officer Tatum? He's bringing that dog to see us. I was trying to bring the dog. Did I hear a gunshot? No. You know what? It's funny you said that because I was out there and I didn't see him. I was like, shit, I should pull my shotgun out, open the front door, and just fire off about 3 or 4 rounds. And they'll be like, what the fuck? He's shooting up the neighborhood. I actually thought about that when I was downstairs. And I was like, I don't want to scare everybody. And if the dog is here and I can't see him, because I couldn't find him at first. Come here, little buddy. Come on. Yeah, it was really, I tried to pull it. I got up the first, my stairs go 3, and then it turns and it goes up. And I got up the first 3, and then she just kind of laid there. And when I kind of grabbed her collar and pulled, she pulled back. And I was like, man, that's not going to work. I mean, I can't train her to follow or to lead. But, all right, we're at 1 hour and 6. Let me go. It's 4:20. All right. Woo, doggies. I got to go to the gym today. What time is it? 8:51. I do love dogs. Uh, there's Stewie Rabbit. All right, shit. I don't like Tatum. Well, I mean, look, and that's okay. There's people that probably don't like me. And I don't think somebody should feel bad because they don't like somebody. I don't think you should have to apologize for not liking somebody. I mean, it is what it is. There's certain people I just don't like. I don't even know them. But if their mouth opens up and they say something like gun control is good, I'm just like, you're a fucking idiot. I don't like you. I don't want to be around you. I don't even want to talk to you. Rick, that's judgmental and you should be more. Shut up. Crazy ass freaking liberal shit. Did I just get here in time to him? What dog? Oh, yeah, you missed all the shit. You missed it all. The hallway video. Should he burn it? Oh, I know. That thing should be copied, saved. I mean, it is the epitome of freaking lackadaisical hiring standards, negligent hiring standard, negligent retention of worthless cops, negligent freaking people acting, getting paid. Supreme Court gives them limited immunity. Then it rules no duty to act, so they can't be sued for being incompetent. They can be hired incompetent. They can be kept incompetent. They can be given guns and taxpayers have to pay for all their mistakes, and they can't be sued, and they don't have any duty to act or do anything. You know what's funny is every cop in there could have walked in and sat down and started playing cards in the hallway, and it would have been no less offensive to me. I mean, they might as well had just had a freaking coffee party and eating donuts at the end of that hallway because there was no threat, sense of urgency, turn her back on a threat. Nobody was scared. It was a big fucking joke. It was a chance to show our cool toys and to hang around and walk around with all the cops, show I got cooler shit than you and I got cool shit and I'm bad. And yeah, we're all tough and look at all of us. Fucking standing army on fucking U.S. soil and we call them police. But we dress them like the military and they treat us like we're fucking peasants or pesky citizens. It's just disgusting. And that video is not the one and only. It's not an isolated incident. It's not, just Texas. People are like, man, I thought Texas was, you know what? Texas has got some great freaking people and it's got some good type A men in this freaking in this state. But you know what? There's a lot of freaking pussies and there's a lot of people from Texas that don't believe in good old Texas hardcore values. You know what? Nothing. Whether you're a doctor, a lawyer, a cop, a school teacher, a parent, I don't care what it is. Stop putting people on these pedestals because of what group they're in. I'm not telling you to stop because I want you to stop. I'm just saying if you're smart, if you're thinking, you would stop doing that because you would see more truth than if you put your blinders on. Raise your hand if you think parents see their kids as other people see them. Raise your hand. Okay, come on. Get your hand down, you big dummy. Parents see their kids through rose-colored glasses. They can do no wrong. They love them. They're close. They're just not going to see them the same way. All right. My personal trainer killed my butt today. Damn! We got a dead butt somewhere. All of a sudden, you hear her attack Rick. Then you hear 2 gunshots. No, she didn't even growl at me. She did kind of when I pulled her by the collar and she totally dropped all of her weight. And then I started to lift her up and I was going to pick her up and carry her upstairs. And she's probably, I don't know, maybe 80, 90 pounds. She's a pretty good sized dog. So I was going to pick her up and carry her up the stairs. I got my arm on the front and I don't know if it was a grunt or a growl. And then as I reached for her back in, she kind of moved like she didn't want me touching her back in. And that was just too much pressure. I mean, she's in a strange house. She didn't want to walk up the stairs by her own. She's a little insecure. And I picked her up. I pulled her by the collar. I put my hand underneath her. She was trapped. And when I reached for the back, I could just tell I was pushing her to the point to where she was going to have to react. And I just went, I'm not going to push this. I don't want to get bit and come up here. I'm bleeding. Call a doctor. Help me. Call 911. Have fucking 15 cops stage in my driveway. Should we go in? He's bleeding out. No, let's not go in. Let's sit here. Let's wait for the SWAT team. Freaking pussies. Potato would defend hitting kids with a baseball bat. Oh, I'd like to see what he thought about that cop. See, that's the problem is when you do these, you get to pick and choose your videos. And I pick and choose my videos. But I pick and choose videos that I think I can make a good educational learning moment and exposing things that others don't. He picks the videos to where he can kind of probably show cops' good side and show how they're doing better and maybe defending them a little bit. So we both have our glasses on how we pick videos and what we want our channel. I'm telling you, pro cop channels do a lot better than cops that call out. I mean, whether it's YouTube algorithms, whether it's all the freaking millions of cops we got in this freaking country that are sitting out there loving to have their ego stroked. I don't know what it is, but pro cop channels do a hell of a lot better than anti-cop channels. And I'm not even saying I'm anti-cop. I think I'm pretty fair, but I do expose the really negative side. And I try to point out because I want people to stop this, you got to love all cops and they're all heroes. That's just so bullshit. Yeah, Common Core. You can't even teach our history. And if you do teach it, they've warped it. The dog is taught stranger danger. He was giving me the stranger danger bribe. I'm going back to work. Rick's got a new dog. No, I don't. I think it's the neighbor's dog. I think it's that little bitty baby, except she's grown up now. She's pretty freaking big. And I think she just had like 8 puppies because they let them breed. So they got like freaking, 18 dogs over there now. And, they asked me if I wanted one. And I go, no, I don't need a new animal right now. I got too many animals to feed. And I'm already tied here. I can't get away. I can't go places because I'm responsible for my animals. Entirely possible left has gained so much ground because the elements the right have allowed through payoffs. Yeah, I don't know what I think. I'm going to end this because I'm at 1:15. I need to get off here anyway. I want to go check on the dog, check on my rabbit. I really think that our politicians have just become so either entrenched or so important. Politicians, the worst politician in the world is the one that's trying to keep his job instead of to do his job. And anytime you meet a government employee that's worried about keeping his job instead of doing his job, it's a recipe for disaster. The American people have to start promoting and electing anti-government people. That is the only way we're going to change. You need people. I'm telling you, man, if I was up there, and I don't want to be up there, but if I was up there, there would be nobody saying Rick gets along with everybody. Rick's always willing to reach across. Fuck that. They'd be saying Rick is a freaking hardcore. He don't want to fucking bow down to bullshit, and he will stop government at every chance he can, no matter what. I don't want government to grow. I don't want to make it easy for government to act. I don't want to make it easy for laws to pass. I don't want to reach across the fucking aisle. I don't want to be your friend. If I'm in politics, I'm for freedom, the Constitution, and the American people. And if you don't like it, kiss my ass on your way out of my office. That's my philosophy for being in office. If we elect people with that mindset, instead of fucking liking people, and we don't like Trump because he gives out mean texts, and we like this person because they're nice, and we like Joe because he's been in government for 45 years, and if we don't stop that bullshit popularity contest, our country is going to be screwed faster than I think it already is. I think it's already screwed, people. I've been telling you for years, buy guns, buy ammo. You better prepare. Shit's going to fan. Everybody's telling me in the comments, you better buy extra food. You better buy extra hay. Shit's coming in. We're poking Russia. China's about to make a move. They fucked up the dollar. Every idiot that voted for all this freaking stimulus and COVID and this $1 trillion bill and that fucking $1 trillion bill, when I was saying it was bullshit and that shit's going to come home to roost and you can't spend all that fucking money without consequences. Now everybody's getting fucked when I buy groceries, when I buy gas. I can't get my car fixed. We can't get materials. Oh, it's COVID's fault. It's Putin's fault. No, it's our irresponsible government that printed fucking money and devalued our dollar. And now we're all getting taxed and having to pay more and live with less. And we don't make as much because we're spending more on everything we buy. Why? Because you fucking idiots were out there. Oh, the stimulus bill is good. Oh, the government sent me a $600 check. That's good. Oh, the government gave me $1,200. You're paying the government back in fucking probably 1 month or 2 months with this inflation and gas and freaking. I can't buy hay. Fertilizer is so damn expensive. A bale of hay that I was paying $9 for when I was in California and it was expensive now costs me $33 in freaking Texas. $33 for a bale of alfalfa hay. How are people going to feed their animals? How do I choose between feeding animals or my kids or my family? Animals are going to suffer. Death and destruction is on its way. I'm not trying to play, whoa, whoa, the sky is falling. I'm just telling you. And what is government doing to fix it? We need to pass more stimulus bills. We need to spend more money and fuck you taxpayers more. We're going to devalue your dollar more. We're going to throw more money in the pool so your money is worth less. Therefore, you have to spend more, work harder, pay more taxes. And guess what? Government gets to sit up there and look at you fucking idiots scrambling and working your ass off. And you're sitting here, support government. Government's good. Those mean conservatives want less rules. They don't care about the environment. They don't care about this. Well, fuck you. Then live in your shit and swallow. Because I'm telling you, shit's hitting a fan sooner or later. And you know what? I'm pretty much prepared. It doesn't really affect me that much. It's not the end of the world. I'm not that worried about it. It is what it is. And I'm ready to freaking, if it comes down to fighting and defending, and let's fucking go. Let's rock and roll. I ain't going to be fucking Uvalde sitting in a fucking hallway hiding. I can guarantee you that. And when it happens, it'll happen. But I guarantee you, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be lost. And it's the people who want to reach across the aisle and get along and be friendly. And diversity is our strength. And open the border. And we need to let people in. And we should share. Yeah, okay. Okay, you fucking idiots. You'll be on the other side of my motherfucking rifle when shit hits a fan. I can guarantee you that. Not that I'm promoting violence. Not that I'm saying we should do that. However, I do predict that sooner or later, like all societies, it will hit a boiling point. And when it does, people die, people get shot, and there's mass destruction and mass misery happen in every society since the beginning of time. And any of you idiots that think it can never happen to us and we're too big, okay, we'll see you on the battlefield. All right, I got to get the hell out of here, people. Hour and 20 minutes. I got to go finish my coffee. It's almost 9 o'clock. I got to head to the gym. And it sucks, man. I got to drive an hour to get to the gym. I got to go 30 minutes there and 30 minutes back just to work out because there's no freaking gyms where I'm at. So I got to drive up. And the gym I'm at is kind of like freaking a shithole anyway. It's in Denton, but it's got racquetball courts so I can get some cardio, and it's got some weights so I can work out a little bit. But it's a pain in the ass. But anyway, I digress. I'm happy that I'm healthy enough to go and that I can buy gas and I can, buy food. And so I'm fortunate, although it sounds like I bitch a lot. I know I'm fortunate, but I'm fortunate because of what our founders gave us when they made this great country and they gave us the Constitution. They allowed us to be free and they allowed us to do what we wanted. We can work hard or we can not. We can save or we can't. We can have a lot now and not have later. We have choices, and choices and freedom is good. But it's not safe. If you want safe, go to North Korea. Nobody has guns. You won't have to worry about getting shot. Only the government has guns and they'll protect you. Go there if you want to be safe. Don't try and make America safe with your bullshit. Gun control is dangerous. I'm scared. Our children. Fucking shut up. Freaking America. I love America. Alexa, play the red, white, and blue.
Courtesy of the red, white, and blue.
Alexa, volume up. I might have said it too quick. I did. Alexa, play the red, white, and blue. Courtesy, whatever.
Here's Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue, The Angry American by Toby Keith.
I'm the angry American. Somebody should start a channel, The Angry American. But of course, YouTube would automatically attach that. So, do push-ups. I do push-ups. I got my little weights downstairs, and I do my push-ups. I do like 3 sets of 10 or 12 a day, but, push-ups can only do until you get a bench, and I can do the incline and the push-up and the pull-downs. I can't really do the pull-downs a lot here. They got equipment that makes it easier at the gym. Plus, you see other people working out. It's kind of motivating. Sometimes I like to look at the fashion. Sometimes the girls that work out there, they have nice fashion sense, and I'm trying to improve my fashion sense so I can look at how they're dressed and evaluate their colors and you know, how thing fits, whatever. Push it. That's gay, Rick. What's gay? Checking out my fashion sense on the women that work out at the gym? Okay, I must be gay. My gun people, y'all have a good day. If you want to like it, I appreciate it. It pisses off YouTube, and maybe it'll help them freaking stop unsubbing my people. Of the red, white, and blue. Man, this coffee's good. Woo, doggies. In a freedom glass at that. Who loves you, America? I do. Y'all have a good day.